Is our HaShulchan Yadeh Siman Yudalet Sif Yud to Yud Gimel, day 60 of the Supplemental Arukh HaShulchan Yomi series. Yud. OT Ubar. As you know, the fetus extended its hand because here took it back in. Chosavas its raglo and then extended its leg because here took it back in. Chosavas its shedros and then it extended its spine because here also took it back in. But in a manner, we joined together all the individual limbs which came out. Yeah, rove ubar, make up the majority of the fetus. Come learn that side. Mil chalasa. Nevertheless, minority did not come out. Does not become usher. But ain't done him said din yotze beruba. We don't look at this as a status. Well, the majority came out to have because of its birth, and we attribute whatever's left inside as part of the majority which went outside. They came to call Evek Shot since each limb when it's extended out, Hirziro put it back in. But law of a it was a majority outside the body of the fetus outside the womb at one time. It's not like it's born. It's rather like the limb which comes out. We don't say that the minority of the limb inside the body is attributed to the majority of the limb outside the body. As we said, there's no birth for limbs. The going back in does not help to permit that specific aver. As we said, nevertheless, it's effective for this purpose. We don't consider it that the majority was born at one time. But ain't kind later, so there's no birth, only the extension of a limb. If you cut off each limb as it came out, even though the majority of the fetus not come out at one time, nevertheless came to solve so found now so the majority came out, but low didn't go back. And that's so then even the minority inside comes also. It's not clear. Halachically, if this scenario is going to be born or not, those in the chumrah go to and we're severe. The Rambam Sham, Hishmi Dini Melu. Rambam Chos leaves out these halachas. We don't know that time. We don't know the reason why. For a certain portion, the Mepharshim already raised this issue. It seems the Be'emet's Kamod Dini. Kamadim Hishmidianza. Ram Lev several in this matter. Matzias Rosho or Rubo have killed such as when the head and the majority of torso comes out as born. But Samach Atzam we relied on Ashkasatim El that which he is Alachdim Bechel. In terms of Bechel Bilchs Becher is Perek Dalin. Sham Alacha Yudah Bir Din Zeh, and there Alacha he explained this Alacha, the Bechitu Vorim Nechshav Karoda, when you cut off limbs, like the majority on Sham. For the Imakan. You can extrapolate from there to here. So the inference is that if you don't cut them off, the fetus takes back each limb inside. It's not like the majority. Some say the minority came out, including the majority of the specific limb. And in that half, there's an aver which part of it is outside and the majority is inside. The mashivnim mutzur manasho, that which is remained inside is mutzur no matter what. We're going to say that the minority of the limb which is inside is outside. So therefore, let's consider also the minority of the limb which is outside as part of the majority which is inside, which would be a paradox. It's a Bach, the name of the Rashal, and the Pri Chodesh. Those who had arguments for sure. We explained we don't attribute the minority to the majority only in terms of birth, not for another purpose. Even though we attribute the minority which remains inside to the majority which went outside, that's because with that last bit it becomes the majority of the fetus. It's about birth. But to attribute the minority on the outside to the majority on the inside, there's no reason for the majority in this. Brackets he says here about to shore, he's in time civil it says. Yes, this issue eventually it's gonna come out. The Lord Diamond said it's not comparable. I guess it's not applicable here. Prima Godim, Chisi Love laid down Lomo, whatever the Prima Godim says, he doesn't know what he means. Iron Jump. Maybe you'll know to be holy man. Yud Gimel. Fridays words they become clarified. Simon Akoy and private Simon. The Ben Pekua above Behem Yoda. If a Ben Pekua has relations with an animal and it gives birth, also have Vlad and that animal that fetus has no way to make it permitted. They should catch the shoulders if it have shechterei. If you bought Bas Pekua, the Ben Pekua has relations with a Bas Pekua, with the Vlad the fetus is permitted. But film Echad Pekuim Hotzi Aver. The Nasa also Aver was time Leel. Even that one of the Ben Pekuim extended a limb. And that limb became usher, as we said. We don't say that now there's this genetic defect which was going to usher the limb of the animal which is born for this Ben Pekua. They should ever mold ever because a limb gives birth to a limb. Okay, we don't say this. Do the any ever mold ever? It's known that the limb does not give birth to another limb. The located because now it's not the case. Close summa. Any blind person, you only assume should give birth to a blind person. Chogir, any handicapped person, you only should give birth to a handicapped person. Rather, the seed gets mixed up in the entire body. Or the entire body gets mixed up in the seed. Because you want to say the it's actually entire blood. Because it got all mixed up, so that is part of the prohibited limb inside it. But the ram is called any isser which comes on account of another isser, there's no isser in the second thing. If not, Nasa called man was this with all animals they see also because they are conceived mikeach chelev adam shalaim v'avim on account of the chelev and dam of the mother and the father and mother animals. The kol mikoach ain't no nasar. Anytime it comes from the strength of, there's not the direct attribution, it can't be considered to aser. That's it for today.